It's Monday. Welcome to Monday. Let's finally get this switched. I think we've got everything we need. I say we've got everything we need. I think we have. We've got the new battery switch. We've got cables. We've got cable clamps, everything we need. So all we need to do now is drill a hole in the floor to mount this new switch. And we should be good to go. So yeah, drill's been on charge. Shouldn't need anything special, any cone drills or anything silly like that. Should all fit reasonably well. Let's give it a go. First thing to do is open a Stella that I've just dropped, and it was alright. So that's good. And the next thing will be to work out roughly, I'm going to go halfway in between this flat space here. Looks quite good. We'll double check underneath, see if anything's getting in the way, and then yeah, we'll bolt this up with the terminals lining front to back. What did just cross my mind was obviously the way this works is it doesn't work off the ignition key at all. So basically, yes, you need an ignition key to actually get the engine to run, but to turn it over, you just press a button regardless. The other thing we need to do is wire brush this up, get a bit of extra primer on it, and get a bit of a hammerite. So let's get that started first, actually. Alrighty, bit of extra primer. I used a bit of wire wool for cleaning up the inside. It'll do. A bit of extra primer on it. Reacting something a bit funny, weird colours there. And yeah, a few coats of smooth white on top of that. That'll look the business. You can see where someone says like some gouges in it, where someone's obviously used pliers or something to undo it at some point. Okay, we're back to drilling the hole again, like we said we were going to do a few minutes ago. But I thought let's get that thing painted up, because while it's drying, I don't think it'll be dry by the time we finish. But so yeah, we'll mark a hole halfway through there. I think that looks nice. And yeah, shout out to Jack, Martin's wife. Promised the other night that I would when I was drunkenly talking to her. So hello, Jack. Hope you're enjoying these videos. So yeah, drill, mark and drill. Really don't know how much you can see here. But you remember when I said I should get under the car first and check? Well, I didn't. And I drilled, and I thought that drill's gone a bit funny. Little bracket there, isn't it, for the old battery cable type thing to keep it out of the way. Obviously it wasn't normally there when the switch was there, because obviously I've modified it, because the switch isn't there. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking, without trying to damage too much, yeah, thinking whether to cut it all off or not. I think it's going to have to, isn't it? Because the thing, oh dear, yeah. We're going to have to cut it up and touch it with a bit of paint. That's a bugger that. Or we can try and drill the spot welds out. Obviously a lot of it will be covered anyway by the push start switch. But yes, another issue. How much can you see of this bodge? Anyway, managed to drill the spot welds out, so haven't caused too much damage. Yeah. So if you're going to convert to push start, maybe do it before you remove this before you paint all your car. So yeah, bit of a clean up, and yeah, get a dab of paint on that, and then we're away. Okie dokie. I think we get away with this. To be honest, maybe it could have come across a bit more. Oh, I should have looked up where they actually are. Could have been sort of further across, just keeping it well away from the exhaust. But yeah, what you can do. Obviously on these cars the gear linkage is all technically inside, so exhaust shouldn't be an issue. It's not going to be huge anyway. Worst case, you'd have to slot the L one day and move it across if it really is an issue. So what we're going to do is attempt to try and bolt this up now, and then make up some battery cables with our new punch. So back inside the car, guys, let's get the nut on. Here we go. Move the rubbish out of the way. Let's see how long my arms are. I think we've got this. The only key thing is, if you haven't checked him out, Gentleman's Motor Racing channel, do a quick search for him. He's the one that said that my arms might not stretch, and they did. So yeah, he's got a wicked channel. Go check it out if you haven't. If I remember, I'll put the link in the bottom. But yeah, really nice guy. Just building a rally car at the moment. What I can't do is obviously see whether I'm aligned underneath or not, so I'm going to pop under and then we can nip it up. I've reached, gentlemen, I've reached. Okay, lovely. That's good. The other problem I sort of had, it wasn't really a problem, I don't think it would have made any difference, but obviously somewhere along the line this has got a bit, this is a button that goes on top. A couple of issues, one the thread's gone a bit, but that's not too much of an issue. But it'd be nice to just try and straighten this up a bit if I can, because this rubber then goes over the top of it. So what my idea is, I found a socket. I'm going to heat it up a bit, and I was trying to find a Jubilee clip to go around it to clamp it, but I've got a tie wrap instead. So we'll just heat it up with the old heat gun and see what happens. Are we playing? Yeah, I think we're playing. Anyway, what do I do with the fittings? What we need to do now? Sake. Leave stuff all the time. Is trim this cable down. It's not too crucial because we've got a bit of slack in the boot, which is all good. And the front one we'll just make over length at the moment anyway. We've made it already as a test. So and I picked up the wrong fitting. Hang on. Okay. Got another fitting in my mouth. Don't need another fit. So I just tighten the fitting up. We've also got this cable that's going to come along and wrap onto the back of that one. Because this feeds the alternator and the fuse boxes and stuff. So back to this cable. So all we can do is, as I said, not too bad. We'll mark it and then cut it. I end up cutting these things with a disc cutter sometimes because, you know me, I just like cutting everything with a disc cutter. So we put a bit of paper tape around it, and then we're good to go. And then we'll pull this back out the runner a little bit and clamp it. Now, as we saw in the previous video on how to do this, there you go, I've marked that. We then cut the end accurately. Helps if you've got a slightly sharper blade than I have. Sometimes I put a slit down it just to help it come off, or just use a sharper blade. I'm sure there's proper tools for it out there as well. There we go. Remember, 5th of November, we'll put some heat shrink on first, especially if you've this is an existing cable that's all clamped up. Where's my fitting? This fitting is only just big enough. I'm sure it's the one we use. Saying that, maybe it wasn't. give this a go. Helped when I use the right size fitting, so that's good. Sure, that's the one we used last time, so that's all good. That's good. That's good. We get our little piece of wood, put it into this nice draper tool, halfway along. And give it a smack. Lovely. Heat shrink over, hides my craftsmanship. Bosh! Done. It's something you'd see on the professionals. Let's go see if it fits. Okay. Battery cable poked back in to it hole. Lovely. As I said, this one comes along, and I think it also slips into those holes, and also where the brake pipe is, and then these will be on there too. We can angle them slightly. I think on the original cars I only had one, maybe. It's because this I am fitting with an alternator. Hang on, just moving you. Get my nuts. My nuts are underneath you. Lovely. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Lovely. Obviously we've got to tighten them up, and then we've got the front one, which will go directly to the starter motor. Nearly dropped my, I did drop my washer. Oh, it's cold on this floor. I must get some new floor mat, laying on mats. I used the last one, I'll cut them up to go under the axle stands to protect the body, which is a bit silly. So yeah, we'll have a play about with the routing of those. Yeah, we can definitely do something with those. They go lovely. Excellent. Well, there we have it. Casserole, chicken casserole for tea tonight, Malcolm. And anyone else that's interested, let me know what you're having. But yeah, so sorry it's not pickup, but it's Mark 1, and we're slowly moving forward. What a pain in the arse it's been just to put a switch in. I think it was a quick win, and it must have cost me a week or so in delays. Anyway, have a good Monday.